position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, home of the 12th man and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Nittany Lions will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Looking for blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Wants to throw. It's Reed. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lacey. Turning it on. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
I really love this guy running the option. I'll tell you, for years and years and years at Texas A&M, when it came to running the ball, it was mostly turning around and handing it off to a running back. But I like this new look. Getting the quarterback sprinkled into the running game as well, and doing it in the option game is something that I really think gives them a chance to have a different dimension in their offense. They're going to be so much more difficult to stop the more this guy carries the ball.
Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
Gonna run it. It's Owens. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the first down.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let them go to work.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. To the air on first down. On target to the left. Touchdown, Aggie. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. When they have something to cheer about here, this Kyle Field crowd is the most choreographed group in all of college football.
They've got so many chants and cheers that I had no clue about, Reese, until we visited. And you see it's choreographed, it's perfect together. And how about this choreographed start? Exactly how they drew it up early, getting this place going bananas.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. More to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Ivy. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The Nittany Lions will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll take it on the return. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quick handoff. There he goes. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
Working the middle, it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. The Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to throw, it's Reed. Got his man. Still running at the 40. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
It'll be a draw. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the offense trying to catch him off guard a little bit, running that draw play, but the defense wasn't fooled. Everybody stayed in their lane, and they're able to get the tackle for loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. Brings into the open. Touchdown, Aggies. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And the big play starts with the quarterback making the right decision, getting the defense to come to him, pitching the football, and Jesse, the running back, catches it and does the rest.
He does, and he also had good blocking downfield, too. Some of those receivers outside helping him out, but, man, with his speed when he's on the perimeter, the options executed that well. It is virtually impossible to stop.
They are set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked one time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Moore will throw. Got a man. It's Ivy. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude. The Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Corrals it at the 45. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So the first play of the drive starting here from the 45. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Got his man. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Knowing that your man can make the catch against his defender, that wasn't a big play, but it can set you up down the line to be able to take advantage.
Yes, get it to him as fast as I can. When I see him open, he runs the little hitch, get it to him so he can make a little bit of yards after the catch, and eventually that little gain, he's going to bust one of those with his athletic ability.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Back to throw, it's Reed. Quickly complete. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Goes to the option. Runs through a tackle. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
You can skin the cat a lot of different ways. You're just trying to get enough yards to pick up that 1st down. It's not the dive man. It's not the quarterback. He makes the right read, pitches it out, and he's just able to get enough to keep these sticks moving.
We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. They came out and jumped on them early in the 1st. Let's take a break and look at the 1st quarter stats. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today, in all three facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide, he sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass, you'll take that completion.
More to the air. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Nittany Lions line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Moore. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum.
Oh, he's got some space. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Fires to the middle. Got his man downfield. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
The Nittany Lions will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Moore will throw. Using the quick game. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
But after getting stuffed on that run, you now got 4th down. I'm not into chasing points this early in the game. I think you just take the field goal, you try to pay this drive off and this opportunity to put something on the board here.
Well, and nowadays you have these analytical cards, and the coaches, they literally look at every situation. Is it more advantageous to go for it or kick it? That's how they'll make this decision.
Out of the gun, looking to throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Fired in from the red zone for the score. That is confidence in your arm strength. Look at the revolutions on that one as he zips it in there.
Confidence, arm arrogance, whatever you want to call it. You could tell he believed it, put it right where he needed to. You got double coverage. You got to fit it in there. He believed, and he did.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Motion from the wideout. To the air. It's Reed. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Got his man quickly. Turning it on! And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
Coaches always tell their quarterbacks, you can't go broke taking a profit. You can't always hit posts and bombs deep down the field. If the coverage takes away throws downfield, just take what's underneath and let your receiver advance the football.
And the Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Caught, close to the marker, it's Lacey. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many 1st downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you loved playing on teams with great offenses.
This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Hand off from the shotgun. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Reed. They'll run the screen. He gets it past the 1st down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Texas A&M back to work with another 1st down. They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball move.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it from the gun. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. They'll operate out of split backs. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They're trying to eat up some clock here. 9th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Fires to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Aggie.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Indiana is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage to this point, but you take a look at the scoreboard and you see we have ourselves a tight game. They're up by 7 over Florida State. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. That's caught. It's Carter. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. And the Nittany Lions in the hurry-up. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Moore. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. The short hands, it's Carter. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And they can't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Moore to the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. Catches it cleanly at the 20. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking for room, it's Lacey. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Tempo in overdrive. Wants to throw on 1st down. Keeps looking downfield. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
He's not afraid to go deep. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. One more snap coming before halftime. Moore will throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. There he goes. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Blasted as he lets it go. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Past the sticks, and he may get more. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown, at least for now.
And nice blocking by this offense. Nice job running the football. How about the running back? You could tell he knew exactly where the goal line was. He wanted to get to it. He was fighting to get to it, but goes out of bounds at the 1. First and goal from the 1. This offense is in great position.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense here, creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Yeah, and if you go big, I'm going big. I'm going to bring in extra defensive linemen. I'm going to bring in my big physical linebackers. I'm expecting run. This is what they've done. This is what you do on this part of the field, so I'm going to play aggressive on defense.
That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. Never a doubt. And now the lead is even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't.
Breaks into the open. Made a defender miss. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. Moore to the air. With the catch, it's Carter. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Oh, he's got a chance. They make the tackle at the 22. We'll give him 5 yards on the play. It'll be enough for a first down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Looking to throw on first down. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Penn State! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Wants to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Ivy. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the...
Oh, he's got some space. The 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Aggie. And the stomping has commenced. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody. Live with the results because everything else ain't working anyways.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point in the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
They'll leave it with the lone back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
On third down, offenses have their plays, what they like in third and short, what they like third and medium, third and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beat you.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
It'll be 3rd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Reed. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Aggies. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Rides it and reads it. He'll toss it. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's exactly what you want to do against the option. You want that thing to string along out wide so you get more bodies to the football. Nice job playing the first option, the quarterback. They've sent the pitch out wide. Guess what? Ready for that too. They tackle him and they get him on the ground.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. He'll pitch it. Got enough for the first down and wants more. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
And this defense has to be so disciplined. Like, you just got to understand, I can't all go for the quarterback, and too much attention on the quarterback. We didn't play the pitch really well. That's why this offense is really hard to stop.
Wants to go up top on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. picked off, and another empty drive.
Watching this DB on film, I just love his ability to break on the ball, and I think he was anticipating on 3rd and long that time, the offense throwing it right around the sticks. So he was able to drive on the football and secure that interception.
Takes the handoff. It's Morrow. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Loss of 2. Second down coming up.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Rides to the back. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Now, a 4th down.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. It is perfect. Hold on just a second. A flag down. Let's see what's up with that. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. They go to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Leaves it with the running back. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. And they decide to trot out the kicker. It's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Cal is running away with this one, thanks to an offense that has not been stopped since that group stepped off the bus. They're up by 21 over Texas Tech. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to throw, it's Sorsby. Finding an escape route. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
They'll line up for a second down play. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Carter. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Safe completion on the screen. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Grabbed behind the line. It's Fleming. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chain. On the ride. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat.
And first down for the offense.